Survival, the only thing that matters. Grotesque Lovecraftian monsters lurk around every corner. Monsters way beyond our human comprehension. This is what to expect when you jump into the Sinking City 2, developed by Frogwares. Hello everyone, my name is Zombehh, but you can call me Zed for short. In this video, we'll be covering a survival horror game where you can expect bizarre characters, beautiful graphics, and a narrative story like no other. Join us as we dive into this fascinatingly scary world. Before we cover the information known and the footage we've seen regarding the Sinking City 2, we'll be going back and taking a look at the origins of this Lovecraftian world. The Sinking City has you take on the role of a private investigator named Charles Reed. You arrive in the half-submerged city of Oakmont, a city based on the east coast of the United States in the 1920s, where you must uncover the truth of what has possessed the city and corrupted the minds of its inhabitants, and most importantly, yours. In the game, you will explore various areas of the city and try to piece together the clues that you find. The game is set in an open world inspired by H.P. Lovecraft, the master of horror. An oppressive and bleak atmosphere where you can explore by three ways: by foot, by boat, or by diving suit. There is a high replay value thanks to an open investigation system. Each case can be solved in a number of ways, with different possible endings depending on the actions you take. We must not forget about the arsenal of weapons from the 1920s to defend yourself from the nightmarish creatures. Upon arriving to Oakmont via a boat, you're greeted by Johannes Vanderberg, a Dutch self-described intellectual who moved to Oakmont sometime after the Great War. He invited you to visit the city to discover the nature of your visions. Vanderberg welcomes Charles Reed when he arrives in Oakmont. He presents himself as a member of the Philosophy Club and talks about visions, the flood, and Albert Throgmorton's disappearance. He also gives Reed a city map and recommends a room at the Devil's Reef Hotel. When Reed collapses after a vision, he takes him to the hotel room, warning him about the dangers of getting lost in the city. Before awakening at the hotel, however, we are introduced to Robert Throgmorton. He is the head of the Throgmorton Grand Family, one of the three leading families of Oakmont. The three families include, of course, the Throgmortons, the Blackwoods, and the Carpenters. Robert explains that his unusual physical appearance is the result of his father marrying into an old royal family, and takes pride in his distinctiveness, even going as far as to claim he represents an evolutionary step forward for humanity. I don't want to spoil anything, so this is where we're going to leave this part of the video off. If you want to play this game, I have linked it in the description. At the time of recording, they are having an 80% off sale. I'll also be linking the developers' accounts and the sources from today's video. Be sure to check them out if you're interested. I just want to take a moment and state a little bit of support for the men and women of Ukraine. What they are going through is horrible, and no one should be subjected to this. The fact Frogwares, although going through this difficult time, are pursuing their love of creating games, I applaud them for their dedication and thank them for bringing us horror lovers another phenomenal looking game. At the time of recording, there was 24 hours left for their Kickstarter campaign. By the time you see this video, it will be closed, but do not fear, they smashed their goals. Congratulations to all the team members, a truly insane milestone. Now, Some games that have sequels don't perform as expected, or they have too much expectations riding on them. In the case of The Sinking City 2, I cannot confidently say yay or nay to this question, but I can be hopeful. The first and second will have similarities, but they'll also have many differences. Some people might like the first over the second one, but this is the way of the gaming world. That's the beauty in it. There is always going to be something for everyone. You just need to look. With The Sinking City 2, it also has a third-person perspective set in an otherworldly Lovecraftian version of the 1920s United States. This time, however, we leave Oakmont behind and we get to explore and survive the city of Arkham, a sprawling labyrinth of flooded alleyways and decrepit mansions where weird and sinister horrors lurk. This time around, the investigations will be optional, but for investigating clues, you'll be rewarded in some way, with more lore, supplies, alternate routes, hidden secrets, etc. We will be able to use an arsenal of weapons to fight off Deep Ones, Migos, occult zealots, and other iconic monsters from the source material, as well as new and unique creatures that expand the Cthulhu mythos. For fans of survival horror, you'll be right at home here. Experience the classic survival horror formula at its finest, complete with inventory management and backtracking to newly unlocked areas and hidden treasures. Be thorough so you don't miss any environmental storytelling and scattered clues to solve side mysteries that unlock new outcomes and gameplay bonuses. Frogwares has utilized and taken advantage of the Unreal Engine 5. The Sinking City 2 delivers next-gen visuals with lumen global illumination, photorealistic nanite geometry, lifelike metahuman-powered characters, and much more. Some changes have been made this time around for the sequel. It's going to be a full-on survival horror game as opposed to the detective style of the latter. We're an independent studio that for the past 24 years has become synonymous with detective games. While that's been great, it has also somewhat pigeonholed us. The industry and players' tastes are evolving, and they will continue to do so as long as people are playing. We want to expand both our abilities and our audience now, ensuring the future of the studio. We want to keep doing this for another 20 plus years, and in order to achieve that, we need to take bolder steps. The combat and mechanics have all been reworked. Their main goal is to make sure it's convincing and satisfying. So far there is about a half dozen weapons, and the main goal for those is to have each weapon feel different. There is an addition of weapon upgrades that can be found when exploring the game, solving cases, and puzzles. This seems like some promising changes. The game looks and sounds like it will be a great experience. We'll just have to wait until we get our hands on it to truly know which title is not only more popular, but relates more with the fans. There is no definitive date set in stone yet, but from a quick Google search, it states 2025. Bag, right? I'm not totally sure how to interpret this, but going off the original Sinking City release date of June 25th, 2019, I'm going to speculate that the game will most likely release around the same time, give or take a couple weeks. This is a complete blind guess, so take that how you will. If my guess is correct, then the game will come out soon. By the time this video comes out, there may have already been an announcement, and if so, this part of the video is either going to make me look silly or a mind reader. I'm hoping and praying for the mind reader part. I need that. I'm not an expert on much, but I'd like to think I know a thing or two about horror games. It is my main area after all. I've played many horror survival titles in the past, so I'm welcoming The Sinking City 2 with open arms. I'm looking forward to exploring this new landscape and discovering the secrets that dwell within. The game, from descriptions and interviews, seems to check the boxes of what a good and memorable game should include. I was never really good at the detective-style games Frogwares has created in the Sherlock Holmes universe, but I played and completed some. The sinking city was quite difficult at times with the solving of puzzles. I got confused at points, but I thoroughly enjoyed what the game had to offer, so I'm completely open to the changes that have been made. The environment of both games is a super intriguing choice. I love the concept of a city that is literally sinking. Stay tuned for upcoming videos regarding this game along with others. I hope you enjoyed. Always remember, you're the light in someone's darkness and the flame to someone's fire. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you love everything horror. Feel free to take a look at some of our other horror content here and here.